Hey, how is it going again, Guardians? LVnative here with another Destiny video. Well, it is Tuesday, December the 6th, time for another Destiny weekly update. Before we get into the update, I just want to say again, if you enjoy this video or find it helpful at all, do me a favor, smack that like button for me. With the new algorithm going on, this greatly helps the chance that my video is seen by other people in the recommendations and in the search criteria. So now that that's out of the way, let's jump into the update, shall we? Starting things off with the weekly Nightfall Strike, we have got Omnigul this time around, with the modifiers of Epic, Arcburn, Small Arms, Grounded, and Ironclad. So basically, equip your Zalo Supercell to take advantage of Arcburn and Small Arms, and keep your butt on the ground to avoid that damage on Grounded. The very final room does have a lot of arc damage with Omnigul, so you have to be very careful, but this is still quite easily done and even soloable as long as you're careful and take your time going through it. Up next, we have the Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist with the modifiers of Heroic, Voidburn, Brawler, and Ironclad. Nice to see Voidburn. I've been seeing Solar and Arc so many times that it's good to see a little bit of a change going to Void for this time. So make sure you do this, guys. You get a couple of legendary marks. You can do it a total of 3 times for 30 legendary marks, but also this is where you're going to be able to go to get that Radiant Treasure. So if you're still one of those packages and don't want to pay real money for them, make sure you're doing this at least once a week and you will get that Radiant Treasure. For your weekly PvP event, you can either choose to do Mayhem Rumble or jump on over to the Freelance 6v6 playlist. Always kind of fun if I'm not playing with a group. Sometimes I like to jump into Freelance just so I make sure I don't run up against those other people just mud stomping people as a group of 6. For the Wrath of the Machine raid, we are back on the Axis Challenge. Again, you probably know by now, it's just rotates back and forth between the two. This time, it is Axis. You got to make sure you slam that power and give everybody their super every time you go to dunk on the boss. And you have to do that every single time he teleports in order to complete that challenge. So get a fire team together, go on LFG if you have to, get that done just to make sure you can check that one off of your checklist. Down in the Reef, if you are still needing any weapons or armor from Petra, go ahead and make sure that you're picking up every week all of her bounties and take these guys out. It will quickly help you rank up that Queen's Wrath in order to get her package rewards. So if there's still something you need from her, make sure you're doing that each and every week. And don't worry about it, Barracks. We haven't forgot about you. Again, if you are still needing weapons or armor from Barracks, go ahead and jump in here. Make sure that you're doing all of his Prison of Elder bounties, as this is going to be very quickly in helping to rank him up and get more of his rewards. So if you still need anything from Barracks, make sure you're picking these up at the very beginning of the week and knock those out. And speaking of ranking Barracks up, if you are going to be doing that and going into the Prison of Elders, make sure you do the level 41 at least one time to get your hands on a Sterling Treasure Box if you are still needing any of the armor that you can get from that. So like the Taken Gear set, if you still need any of those, which is called the Desolate Gear, or anything else that this drops, go ahead and go through, clear all 5 rounds, kill the boss at the end, go down, collect that treasure, and get your due rewards. And of course, if I mentioned Prison of Elders, we are also talking about the Challenge of the Elders. This time we have the modifiers of Airborne, Brawler, with a super kill bonus. So if you're still trying to go through and get all that for your 30,000 and 90,000 point rewards from Barracks, make sure you go in there with a team, chain those super kills together. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have someone generating a lot of orbs like a Night Stalker or something like that, but get in there with your group, knock this out, and you will get that 30 and 90,000 points in no time. Alright, down in the Iron Temple, make sure you go stop by and see Shiro and pick up his bounties, especially if you're still trying to get that Thorn quest to proc for you. These 4 bounties right here each and every week are going to be your best chance on getting that. So if you're still waiting for that, make sure you're picking these up and do them. At a bare minimum, you at least get a lot of Vanguard reputation and experience for these. So it's not going to hurt you either way to get some package rewards and everything like that. If you need the Thorn, I highly recommend that you do these each and every week. And even if you already have the Thorn, like I was, fortunate enough to get fairly early on, I still do these pretty much every week just to make sure I get that Vanguard reputation boost from it. And it's a really easy way for you to level up your Vanguard at least 1 full rank each and every week. And speaking of each and every week, also make sure you stop in and see Terra Karn, as this is where you're going to get your hands on a couple of certain artifacts. So the Iron Lord artifacts, you know by now, this is where you get them. this is what she has this week. So we have a pure strength roll on the Memory of Scory. This is the one when your super is charged. It helps to charge your nearby allies' supers very, very quickly. And this stacks, I believe, up to 3 times. So if you have a fire team of 6 and you have a couple of people with this, it will keep everybody's super very topped off, and it's a really, really nice artifact. If you don't already have one, highly recommend picking this one up just to complete that collection. Up next, we have the Memory of Radagast with an intellect and strength roll. Gain the ability to reflect energy-based projectiles when guarding with your sword, and also increase your sword ammo capacity. So this is really cool. There's a bunch of really nice videos out there showing exactly everything that you can deflect with this, and the list is quite extensive, ladies and gentlemen. This is very, very fun to mess around with. If Destiny's just been getting a little stale, a little, bored for you, you've been doing the same the same loadout, everything, and it's just getting a little boring, go ahead and throw this on, put on your sword, go into the Crucible, get some heavy ammo, and just ruin someone's day by like redirecting a Nova Bomb or their Palpatine lightning back at them or something like that. It is so satisfying to actually be able to pull that off, or to when someone launches a rocket at you, to bounce it right back to them or onto one of their teammates. It's really fun if you can pull it off. So again, if you don't already have the Memory of Radagast, go ahead and pick this one up. I think you'll have some fun messing around with it. And last and not least, out of these artifacts, we have got the Memory of Galleon with a discipline and strength roll. This is going to give you detailed radar, and your radar persists when sighting down with primary weapons. For PvP, this is currently one of my favorite artifacts to use, as I love having that always third eye, plus a little bit of the Keen Scout with that detailed radar. I don't get the tracking from Keen Scout, but I still get the detailed radar from it, and I get third eye for free, so I don't have to worry about using any exotics or weapons that have that particular perk, as this is already going to have it. Very, very good artifact. Goes without saying, if you don't got this one, pick this one up this week. One more thing, Guardians, I wanted to save until the end here, as we are sitting halfway up the mountain here. Go ahead and looking over into that area. This is where I will be going in just a few hours. Iron Banner is coming back this week from the 6th to the 12th. As you all know, I will be spending a lot of time in the Iron Banner this week, ranking it up, mainly because of the potential rolls and weapon that you can get this time around. So in case you didn't know, they are going to be offering the fusion rifle to be able to be bought, probably at rank 4. And then if I had to guess, rank 5 is going to be the other weapon that they're giving, and that is the Distant Star. Now I am really excited about this particular weapon, only because the Distant Star is the same archetype as that Mida multi-tool. So I'm a big fan of the Mida. Of course, it's not going to have, all the same moving faster while you're, having that weapon equipped and everything, but it's still going to have the same fire rate. Very, very nice, quick, can drop people in 4 shots. It's a fantastic archetype of scout rifles right now, and if you get a very strong roll, which I have a feeling, it may not be a god roll, but the one that they are going to be selling from Efforty is probably going to be pretty fantastic. They've been doing that ever since the Rise of Iron came out, is all of the weapons that you can buy from your rank 5 is actually really, really good rolls. So we'll have to wait for just a couple of more hours. 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, Iron Banner is going to go live, and you can bet that I will be in there. So, as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, found it useful, smack that like button in the comment section below. I want to know if you guys are excited about Iron Banner, if you plan on grinding it, because I want to get a God Roll Distant Star so bad that I can taste it. I'm salivating over it. You already know what I'm going to be doing. I want to hear if you guys are planning on grinding for Iron Banner, how excited you are for it. Also, we are a week away from the Dawning. That's our Sparrow Racing League. I'll be covering a lot of that next week and for a couple weeks into it, showing you some races, new gear, stuff like that. So if you're excited about that and you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on so you will be the first person notified as soon as I do a new video. But that's going to do it, guys. As always, this is LVnative. You guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next one.